Welcome back to the Smallville set. We are now joined by two well-known actors, John Schneider and Annette O'Toole. Thanks so much for being here, both of you.
Sure, absolutely.
You're welcome.
So what's it like being parents to this guy?
Well, it's always a pleasure to come to work and see Tom in the morning. It's so much fun, and
Oh, Mom.
wait, it's Tom.
Oh.
Except when he calls me Mom, it's like,
Well, it is a very young cast. I mean, you two really
we're
are sort of like the parents.
We really couldn't have it
Incredibly
in
young,
real
that's
life.
right. No, it wouldn't possibly be possible. It's fun to work with Tom. Tom is great. He's so eager. He has grown so much. He's gotten so
Tall.
so
Aren't you
tall.
glad you get
No.
to sit here while
But
they
he's
talk
such
about
a
you?
seasoned, he really, he's soaked up this business like a sponge, and it's really a delight to see that.
Well, John, you've had an amazing career. From your days on Dukes of Hazzard, which I love, Broadway, TV movies, and tons and tons and tons of other work. Can you just sum up your prolific acting career for us?
Tenacious. Tenacious. I will not work because I love it. I really, really enjoy what I do. And not to embarrass Tom any further, but it's great to see somebody that enjoys what they do. And he does it he's got the schedule I had when Dukes of Hazzard was king. Now he's working the 12-hour days and the 6-day weeks and all of that.
Which gave me perspective when we started out, and I'd come in and go, "Oh, I'm so tired," and John goes, "Well, listen here.
We're only getting started.
You're not the first one, all right?"
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about, many years ago, you actually played Lana Lang in Superman 3. How ironic is that?
It might have been actually planned. I'm not really sure. But it was a wonderful experience, and I got to work a lot with Chris Reeve, and so it's, I guess, this kind of full circle sort of thing. I can't seem to leave Superman behind me, which is something I'm very happy about, because it was a childhood icon of mine, as you know, was for many people. I love the myth. I'm never tired of hearing about it and all the different characters.
Well, going back to the beginning, the two of you didn't create Clark Kent. He sort of just showed up on the Kansas farm. Tell us a little bit about how that happened.
But mostly I remember hanging upside down in that horrible harness. When we did, I remember, we're upside down. I'm 5'4". These men are a foot.
We're all the same height upside down.
They're a foot taller than I am. So, but upside down, his head is literally jammed on the ground, which is the top of the car, and I'm just hanging free.
So you guys have this great chemistry going even in real life. I mean, this is fun.
I tell you, we really do have a good time.
When did both of you begin to realize that your son, Clark Kent, was different, to put it mildly?
I think we knew that the early parts of Smallville in the pilot, we had a secret that he didn't know. You know, he was just a kid, and his dad wouldn't let him play football, and his mom was very protective of him because we didn't want him to know that he was different.
Dad, something else happened to me this morning. When I woke up, I was kind of floating.
Floating.
As soon as I woke up, I crashed. I mean, Dad, what's happening to me?
I honestly don't know. As soon as you start breaking the law of gravity, we're definitely in uncharted territory.
I just wish you would stop.
Look, Clark, I'm your father. I'm supposed to have all the answers. That kills me that I don't, but you gotta have faith that we'll figure this thing out together.
I do. But this is happening to me, and I'm scared.
I don't think I've ever seen that scene.
That was so nice.
You know, for me, playing Clark, and then to work with John and Annette, who both, I've met members of both their families, and they both, in real life, have such great, warm, caring, wonderful families, and they're both responsible for that. I mean, John is a father, Annette is a mother. And as going into these scenes as, you know, son talking to his parents, I think that somehow has transcended into the working relationship. I mean, Annette is very much aware of what it is to be a mother, and John is very much aware of what it is to be a father. And they bring what do you call it? It's quality, but it's also like a reality to the roles they play, and I feel blessed.
I mean, as parents, are you able to relate to that, if, you know, when you're advising your children?
Yeah, Smallville has helped me, I think, be a better father. I watch this guy on TV and think, oh my gosh, I better be more like that.
That's pretty good. So Clark has all these wonderful powers, but at times he can be a bit rebellious. I mean, he's not always Mr. Goody Two-Shoes, is he?
He's never
No.
Mr. Goody Two-Shoes, actually. Is he?
No, Clark.
Oh.
Not Tom. Not Tom.
Watch this scene.
Clark Kent, you stole from us.
Oh, use your credit cards. What's the big deal? We don't have to pay for it right away.
Well, I'll tell you the big deal. The big deal is you're going to take all this garbage back right now. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. And then after you've taken all this garbage back, you and I are going to have a nice long conversation about this new attitude you've developed.
Well, Dad, you can talk all you want. I'm out of here.
Clark! Clark, come back here!
That's a pretty classic scene there, you know, Clark riding off on the Harley.
Well, we do
Yeah.
have to say he's under the influence of red kryptonite there. That's not
right.
our real Clark.
How hard is it as his parents to advise him what's okay and what's not okay, what he should do with his powers and what he shouldn't do?
Well, it's very difficult because we're not in that position, and we don't. No, nobody in the world is. He's the only one, and that's where we're in this territory that we have to. There's a lot of trust that goes on with him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think really what makes Smallville so much fun to watch and what's caused it to last so long is that they really know these people. The people that watch Smallville really have had the opportunity to look and see what has made this young man turn into Superman later.
It sounds crazy, but I think that Lionel Luthor's found a way to use my blood to bring people back to life. If my blood can save lives, maybe I should come forward. What if there's something inside me that could repair Dad's heart permanently?
Clark, your mother and I both know that you are going to save a lot of lives in this world. Even more than you have any idea.
The only life I'm interested in saving is yours.
You do. You save my life every day that you're with us. And we wouldn't trade that for a single moment without you.
Wow, I see why people like this show. I've never seen that scene either. I've missed so many of these shows. It's sad. Wow, that's great. No wonder they like us.
Thanks so much for being here, both of you.
Sure thing. It
I
was
really
fun.
enjoyed it.
It's great.
I'll be right back with Tom's beautiful co-star, Kristen Crook. Kristen plays Clark's sometimes love interest, Lana Lang. So stay right there.